guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing a quick workout for figure skaters. Now you don't have to be a figure skater to do this, but it's just gonna do some of those exercises that we do. It's like doing a stretch for figure skaters. It's kind of the same thing as a workout. You have to strengthen certain areas for those certain elements and jumps and different things that we do on ice. Alright, so when you're ready, let's get started. So to start out, we are going to just do a little bit of a warm-up. I actually did some warm-up before this, but I would recommend just, I don't know, maybe jumping rope, or just like doing, you can do some jumps, like you can do high knees and you can do butt kicks. It really depends. I'm just going to do some jumping, kind of just warm up. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to start with long jumps. Now, I'm not sure if any of you guys are familiar with this, but this is how it works. It's basically a squat jump, but you're trying to jump as far as you can. So you gotta jump, and then once you land, you're trying not to stay on the ground as long as you can. So you jump, and then you jump, and then you jump, but you're trying to jump as far as you can. Alrighty, so let's do it. And another thing, when I work out, I love listening to music. I don't know about you guys, but I'll leave a playlist in the description for you guys. So yeah, we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna do just on the sides. You can even do, I don't think it's very common, but you can do like the plank on the side with your hands up and your hand, but I like doing elbows. Yeah, you don't have to put a mat under yourself, but for some people it's easier and it's more comfortable to get up that way. Now I am outside and I don't have one, and I don't feel like getting wet. So we'll just have to make do, when you're in places where there's not many resources, or outside in my case, and and it's wet and cold, then that's what you do. Alright guys, so we're gonna do 40 seconds on the side. It's just that it's a little harder, and I feel like, you're welcome to do 45 seconds. Whatever fits your needs. You can do less, you can do more, just whatever is the right amount for you. Go! Stay balanced. Use that core. And done. Yeah, so it is definitely harder to get out of a plank when you don't have something under you, and you don't want to touch the ground or floor or whatever. But everything's possible as we know it here. Figure skaters. We can show them. Yeah, go guys. Anything is possible. Alrighty, so maybe I have to touch the ground. So next one, other side actually. Sorry, not next one, other side. Same thing. So, and make sure when you're doing it, make sure you push your pelvis forward, because you don't want to be doing it like this. Because I've noticed that actually puts a lot of strain on your arm and shoulder, versus here, you're using your core to hold you up. And same thing with the front plank. When you're here, don't do this, because that'll hurt your back. Or this, because then that puts strain on your shoulders, and your shoulders are doing the work. When your core is actually supposed to be doing the work. Ready? Go, engage that core, guys. Whoopsie, my phone shut down. There we go. Go! Down. Whoopsie guys, so sorry, that was not supposed to be that way with the change in music, but instead of tapping my phone, I swiped it, so it is what it is. Okay, let's just stretch up and down. Breathe. Okay, now you want to find a box or actually a Bosu ball. Okay, so Bosu ball, or like a stool or something you can jump up on. But since I am outside, I do have a sidewalk, but I can't really get over there with the camera. So you can use sidewalk, Bosu ball. Bosu ball is actually more challenging because even though it's softer, that's gonna challenge you to balance and engage your muscles when you jump. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like smaller skater hops. We're gonna go 1, 2, up, down. 1, 2, up, down. And then you keep going. And we're gonna do 10 of those. And then we're gonna jump off, jump back, and we're gonna do 3 squat jumps. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and stick it, hold. Just make sure you're solid. Like, there actually wasn't solid. Like, I thought I was, but the more I stayed there, I was slightly off. So you really wanna, when you land, you really wanna land and own the landing. And then repeat. Actually, then switch sides. And we'll do that twice on each side, so 4 times total. Yeah, and then we'll move on. So actually, let me put my mat away. So, because we're not gonna need that anymore for now. And yeah. Breathe in between. Don't forget to breathe. Take a break in between. After you do one of each side, take a break. Grab a sip of water. Breathe. And down. Keep going. Guys, come on, you can do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whoops, 10, and breathe. Alrighty, so you want to make sure. Oh, I was gonna say something. I forgot. You want to make sure that you're. So I made this mistake a couple times on the Bosu ball, and I didn't jump up fully. So I jumped onto the side, right here, kind of, but in the back, and then it just sprang me backwards instead of landing up top and just jumping up. And that floor made it harder for me. And that's not necessarily a good thing. You want to, and that is because I didn't jump and I didn't push through my toe. Because had I jumped, I would have landed up top. I mean, come on guys, the Bosu ball is not that high. So, you want to make sure that you're landing up top. And even if you're landing a little bit, like your toe only meets the center point, that's still okay. But you gotta control it. You gotta push off the toe rather than just letting the toe come off and then you're just gonna go backwards. So if I did that, I would just go woo all the way into the car. And another thing, if you're outside like me and it's wet, be careful. because I just slipped. When we were doing it, I slipped. I have wet leaves in my outside, and those suckers are slippery. Now, I would recommend sweeping your area if you're outside. I did not think of that in the beginning, so that is my bad. And that was a very close call. Like, I almost, like, I went like this, and I almost slipped inside. And not a good thing. Not a good thing. Dangerous. Not a good thing. Okay, so now we're gonna flip the Bosu ball over. So the soft side is on the ground. Now, let's move this out. Okay. Now we're gonna start with some basic things. We're just gonna go spiral. And you have to hold. Now this is the hardest, this is some of the hardest things you can do on a Bosu ball. I'm actually going to scoot my Bosu ball a little forward so because it goes on a bit of a slant in my driveway. You guys may not be able to see me, but my middle of the foot is on this little dot in the center. The little dot in the center. That's where the middle of my foot goes. So, I'm going to align my foot. And then I just want you guys to balance first. Find your center, use your core. And then we're gonna go forward first actually. We're just gonna lift the leg up. And then to the side. Woo! Keep your balance. And to the back. You can do a spiral or you can do like a, kind of like the way they bring their leg back in ballet. Yeah, let's do that. Let's not do a full spiral because we're going to do that in just a second. So we're going to lift the leg up. Keep your body up too. Try to keep your body up as much as you can. And really engage the thighs, the hamstrings, and the butt muscles. Like, that's what's working here. And your supporting leg, that is like the most crucial part. Because it's supporting you. It has to be like hard as iron. Otherwise you're going to fall off. Especially on a Bosu ball. Even on the ground, it's pretty hard. I mean, ground can only be so hard because it doesn't move. And to the side, then back. But if you really work your muscles on the ground, it's plenty. But I love doing the Bosu ball. It gives me a challenge, and it works me extra. And that's my goal, to become stronger every day and better at what I love. So, we're gonna do... You can do this on the ground, actually. If the Bosu ball is too difficult for you, do it on the ground. Actually, I encourage you. Even if you can do it on the Bosu ball, the ground is still a good place to start. Especially if you haven't done something like this too much. Because it's just going to help you find your center and then use those right muscles. And your upper body should not be working. It's just your lower body, your legs, except your core has to be tight. But your arms are just there to go with the flow. Back, then back. They just go to the side at all times. So when your leg goes forward, you go forward. And side. They can actually stay up the whole time. But if you prefer them to come down, totally cool, up to you. So we are going to, let's give my leg a rest from demonstrating. We're gonna do 5, and then we're gonna swap to the other leg and do another 5. And then we'll come back and I have something different for you guys. So, one last time before we start. Inhale up and down. Stretch out those legs a little bit. And let's get to it. Center. Woo! One. Two. 3. Oops, sorry. Now 3. Woohoo! Woo-wee! Aha, see? I got distracted. I lost my balance. 4.
Coveted. 3D
Shake it out
The McDonald's
and
McGriddle
stretch.
must for now say its goodbyes.
Sorry guys, that's an ad. Alrighty, so that's another thing I forgot to mention. When you're focus on a point, try not to look down. That was actually my bad because I was looking down. Straight ahead. Just find a point and don't move your head. Like, I was moving so fast, but I kept my balance because I was focused, and because my head was focused on one spot. Your head is a heavy ball, guys. Come on. If it tips, your whole body's gonna tip. So if you keep straight and up, your whole body's gonna keep straight. It's the heaviest part of your body. Alrighty, guys. So other side. Now, some sides may be stronger. Now that's normal, completely. But you want to make sure, that you try to keep your sides even. 1. Find your point. Excuse me. 2. And it's kind of like ballet. But ballet's on the floor and you get to hold on to something. But it's the same idea, except here, 3. Here, you have to find your own balance. And you don't have nothing to rely on. 4. And it's going to work more than you think. And 5. Down. Good, guys. Alrighty, so our next thing we're gonna do is actually let's just stretch out. So let's do quad stretch quickly. Grab your quad, shake it out. Oopsie. Grab your quad and shake it out. Up and down. You can bend if you need to, just release your back and whatever. So yeah, alrighty guys, so our final and last exercise is going to be, also on the Bosu. You're going to stretch your leg back, and we're actually just going to do a spiral kind of a sequence. So you're going to lift up into a spiral, find your balance, then I want you to bend your leg, see, that's the hardest part. Then you bend your leg, and you do a grab spiral, keeping your center. And then once you got your grab spiral, you're going to lift it out into a regular spiral again and let it down. And then switch feet, and we're going to do that twice on each foot. And before you switch to a different spiral, make sure you're centered. Like, I don't want to try to go into my spiral feeling all wobbly. Like, if I'm here and I'm all wobbly, and I'm trying to do my grab spiral, see, I'm never going to be able to balance there. I have to keep my center and just bend my leg. That's all that really moves on the grab spiral. That's it. You bend your leg and reach your arm back and pull up. But your center of gravity needs to stay the same, otherwise you're going to fall off. Alrighty, so let's... Sorry guys, it's cold out here, like extremely. You wouldn't believe me if I told you it's like 40s. I'm not kidding. It's like cold. It's kind of sunny, but it's cold and wet, and it's been raining all this time. How lovely. It actually hailed here yesterday, so yeah. Let me know in the comments actually where you guys live and what's the weather like outside, because I know in some places it's really warm right now and I'm very jealous. Alrighty, so let's do it. Spiral, and also engage your core. Bend. Spiral. Yes, and back out. Woo! Okay, I got so close on that one. Now I want you guys to keep trying until you get it right. Now, for this video, I'm not, because that might take me a while. But I know I can do it, so let's do it one more time. And I'm not going to talk, I'm going to focus. Yay! Now, you guys can watch, or you can do it right away. It's really up to you. Just your standing leg, like I mentioned earlier, is everything. It has to be solid. Like, not solid, you're not gonna be able to do it. Woo. And first, I find it helpful if I just stand on one leg and find my center, and then I just put my leg back, and then I just tip forward. But I have to change the pressure on my foot, because when you're standing forward, it's kind of, well, it's actually pretty much stay the same, because when you tip forward, you have weight on either side of your body now. So it's pretty simple. Alrighty, so I just did my second side. I'm going to do it one more time. And then we're going to quickly stretch out. And that will be the end. Okay, I was very close. Now, I'm going to keep trying, but for the sake of you guys, I'm going to end this video, but I want you guys to keep trying. Actually, not quite yet. We're going to do some stretching. Feel free to pause the video and get this right. I encourage you guys, because I promise you it will help your spins and your spirals and even your landings and whatever. You have to be really solid on that leg, but yet have your balance. And even it jumps, I would say, especially because when you land on one foot, you have to have the balance and the strength and the control for that. So I encourage you guys to pause the video and get this right. Alright, so we're done with the Bosu ball. Oh yeah, get that heavy sucker out of the way. And we're just going to do some quick stretching. Sorry guys, my hands are cold, so I'm going to wrap them in my sleeves. So we're going to start, just stretch out your thighs first. Just grab it and up. Stretch up with the other arm, and then switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. Last one. Switch. Okay. Now we're going to pull the knees into the chest. 1 and 2 and 3. Really feeling that stretch here. And 4 and 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alrighty guys, next we are going to spread your legs kind of wider than hip distance. I'm going to reach over, and then towards the leg, and then towards the center, towards the other leg, and over. And one more time all the way around, to the leg, to the center, to the other leg, and to the side. Okay, now we are going to grab onto a wall or something. Actually, let me face you guys to a wall for me. There you go. Now grab onto your wall and just stretch out your spine. Now, if you have someone there to help you, do that. Tell them to push your leg up. And you can do like, if you have a wall, you can just do like that, but I'm just gonna stick to this. And it's actually good because it also stretches out your back. Another leg. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to let me know in the comments where you guys are from, and tell me what video you guys want to see next. Seriously. And seriously, do that Bosu ball exercise till you get it right. I mean it. It will change everything for you. Alrighty. Bye guys!